Hey guys, this is GameBoo Advanced. I've decided to take a break of the long stream of videos I haven't been making to bring you some actual fucking content. I'm reviving my channel. From now on, I'm going to make scripted videos instead of Let's Plays, things like reviews and countdowns and what have you. Anyway, let's get to the point. So by now, you've probably seen the new Suicide Squad trailer that DC just put out. But if you haven't, I want you to watch the first part of the video before you do. I'm going to do a little experiment that won't spoil anything, and I'll let you know when it's coming. About a week ago, I made a bet with a friend that Suicide Squad is going to be bad, and he thinks it could be okay. So we agreed to see it opening night together. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't need to talk about this. Honestly, after what's been released about Jared Leto on set, the trailers, and just about everything we've seen about the movie overall, I thought everyone would pretty much be on the same page about this movie, and that is that it's going to suck balls. I first watched the trailer on Hulu the other day after making the bet, and I went straight to YouTube expecting to see a large dislike bar and a load of negative comments of people who felt the same way I did after watching it. To my surprise though, the large majority of people on the video were hyped up for the movie, loving the trailer and saying how good they thought it was. I don't think these are ironic. And it wasn't just on the trailer either. I searched, finding people who made videos and message boards about the movie, who all generally had the same reaction.
Holy shit! Now that is how you make a trailer that gets people hyped for a movie.
To be honest, this shocked me so much I decided to make this video to show my point of view, which is that everything released about the Suicide Squad movie so far makes it seem like the final product is going to be one of the worst comic book movies of all time, and that's saying something. I want to make this perfectly clear. I could absolutely be wrong. I'm not claiming the movie is going to be terrible, I'm saying the movie will probably be terrible. If you disagree, please comment after watching, because I want to promote discussion about this. I'm simply here to provide evidence of my opinion. First off, I want to make it known that I'm not a huge superhero fan. I've seen most of the recent movies, I've played several games, but I've only read about 2 comics in my life. The first I've ever heard about the Suicide Squad was that Jared Leto was going to play the Joker in the movie. So when everyone was freaking out about Joker Leto, I was thinking, who the fuck is Jared Leto? And is Suicide Squad going to be one of those Netflix original shows like Arrow? Needless to say, although I thought the new design of the Joker was fucking stupid, I didn't see any deal breakers. I'm saying this to let you all know that I'm not just butthurt about casting or think they did a bad job at translating the Suicide Squad onto the big screen. The complaints I have are entirely based on the movie itself. DC hasn't been making spectacular movies recently. Or ever, really.
There's something about an anatomically correct rubber suit that puts fire in a girl's lips.
DC makes a few great movies here and there, but the majority of them are mediocre at best. Honestly, the best movies they've made are Batman and Superman movies, and the most recent incarnations of those have been overwhelmingly meh. And don't get me wrong, Marvel has its fair share of meh movies as well, but it can be made up for by the fact that Marvel has a cinematic universe. And even if a movie turns out to be really bad, it can be written off because A, it's an attempt to flesh out the character more, and B, because the actions in the movie will probably play a role later on in the CU. Naturally, DC saw this and decided that they too need their own CU. The DCCU, otherwise known as the worst acronym ever, probably. Okay, I said probably. So Suicide Squad is going to be the 3rd movie in the DCCU, following Batman vs. Superman, which also looks pretty dull, but I'll get into that one next time. This also marks the first time fan-favorite DC villains will appear on the big screen, most notably Harley Quinn. So it's understandable why people would want to be excited about this movie. Not only are Harley Quinn and Deadshot going to appear, but they're also going to be recurring characters in the cinematic universe. And that's where I think a lot of people's critical judgment is failing. Instead of scrutinizing the movie and characters to make sure that the versions we get in this movie, the movie that's super important in deciding how the characters will act in the rest of the CU, too many of us are too excited about the characters being in a movie at all to call out the bullshit. I know, enough fluff, get to the analysis. Everything I just said is leading to points I'm going to bring up later, but it's about time we took a look at the first trailer, the one that was teased at Comic-Con last year. The trailer opens with a woman trying to explain the premise of the movie, that she assembled a team of what she calls the worst of the worst.
It's taken some work, but I finally have them. The worst of the worst.
Where?
Let's just say I put them in a hole and threw away the hole.
Okay, let's get this straight. You have a hole, you add bad people, you subtract the hole. Let's see, if the equation looks like this, then the positive hole would cancel out the negative hole. You'd have the bad guys left over, so that would equal... Yep, just what I thought. You're left with a horribly written line. Was that really surprising? I did the math.
There's rumors, Amanda, that some of them have abilities.
Oh, yeah. I have seen things. Maybe Superman was some kind of beacon for them to creep back from the shadows.
Well, that's just a dumb premise. What you're alluding to is that in your universe, where the whole marketable factor is that it's a connected universe of superheroes and supervillains, all of the supervillains never caused any trouble before Man of Steel, where Superman was already 33 years old. Before that, everyone was normal or never used their powers at all. That's fucking retarded.
I want to assemble a task force of the most dangerous people on the planet who I think can do some good.
They're bad guys.
Exactly. And if anything goes wrong, we blame them. We have built-in deniability.
That's just poor reasoning skills, isn't it? You're telling me you're going to let criminals loose to do something good because if they do something bad, they'll get blamed for it? That's like if someone let Charles Manson out of jail to stop ISIS and he ends up killing a bunch of innocent people. Are you going to blame the murderer, or are you going to blame the people who let a convicted serial killer out of prison? Fucking like...
What makes you think you can control them?
Because getting people to act against their own self-interest is what I do for a living.
Granted, I have no idea who you are, but not only does that sound like it wouldn't work, we know it wouldn't work. We know for a fact it doesn't based on the next trailer. So, here we get shots of the Suicide Squad in prison, sans Joker. Wait, sans Joker? I think I have a great idea for who should play the Joker next.
Are you the devil?
Whoa there, Harley. It's 2016, you can't just ask a black woman if she's the devil.
All you need to know is you work for me.
Actually, I think there are a few other things I need to know. Are you the devil? You didn't really seem like that was out of the question. Do I actually need to listen to you? What if you're just another inmate? What if you're a shapeshifter who's just pretending to be whoever the fuck you're supposed to be?
So that's it, huh? We're the Patsies. We're some kind of Suicide Squad.
Wow, Will Smith, you sure do know the title of the movie script you're reading.
Let's go save the world.
Keep reading your lines, Will. You're doing a great job.
Let's go save the world.
Wow, that's super cliche and also not cool or threatening and actually just makes your character look worse. This is the point where the trailer just completely loses me. They never explain what the Suicide Squad is supposed to be doing, so when they show a montage of the mission, it makes zero fucking sense. Who's this Panda guy? Is he a good guy? What about this guy who looks like Batman? Why is he here? What is anyone trying to accomplish? Why would you structure your trailer this way?
You're in so much trouble.
So at this point, Harley Quinn looks completely poorly written and childish. How are people excited for this again?
Hope you got insurance.
Was that Batman? So Batman's actually in this. I'm still completely lost here. Whose car is she driving? Is that Batman's? Is that the Batmobile? Did she paint it pink? If someone could afford this type of car, then it's probably safe to assume they have good insurance. Also, are you talking to Batman? Why does it cut to a clip of you driving to a clip of you in the passenger seat? Who do you hope has insurance and why? You're not even the one driving. How are you so sure the owner of the car's insurance will matter? Why is this trailer so poorly structured? So, Harley's supposed to be an unthreatening idiot in this? That's the only thing that seems clear at this point. So here it is, Joker's big reveal.
What they say about the crazy ones.
Huh? If I'd only see.
Oh, I'm not gonna kill you.
No, please do. Please.
The joke was on me.
I'm just gonna hurt you. Really, really.
I really hope Jared Leto was talking to the screenwriter. We barely heard any dialogue in this whole trailer, but the parts we did sounded like it came out of one of those 1,000 monkeys on 1,000 typewriters. There's no good lines, we get mostly bland ones with an incredibly stupid one at the end. It was at this point that it seemed pretty clear that Jared Leto wasn't going to be a good Joker. The whole trailer was leading up to this point, and that was the best they could show in the Joker department. This was intended to be the part that would leave a good lasting impression on people. So, the first trailer wasn't very good. That alone wouldn't matter much. Tons of movies have bad trailers and turn out to be great.
1 billion years in the making. Star Wars.
And most of the character designs and effects were cool. That counts for something, right? Ever since this trailer, though, we've been getting peeks into Jared Leto's method acting behind the scenes, and oh boy does it not bode well. I've said before that I didn't know who Jared Leto was before this, but apparently he's the singer of 30 Seconds to Mars, a band that I actually like. And apparently he also won an Oscar, so he has to be a somewhat respectable actor, but what he's doing offset tells a very different story. The first time I heard about Jared Leto's method acting was that he sent dead animals to his co-actors in character but offset. According to Adam Beach, he sent a live rat to Margot? What the fuck kind of name is Margot? Margot Robbie. Along with a dead hog to Will Smith and a video of him in character.
Jared sent us gifts. He sent Harley a nice love letter with a black box with a rat in it. A live rat.
No.
It was beautiful. Then he sent bullets to Will and a letter and a dead hog.
But what really hammered the final nail into the Joker Leto coffin was David Ayer, the director of Suicide Squad, and what he recently said about Jared Leto's method acting. Let me read it to you in full. One time I yelled cut and Jared Leto turned to me and said, "What if someone stood in the middle of Wall Street and yelled cut? Maybe the monkeys in suits would forget their trained routine of going to work." My jaw hit the floor and never really came back up. That's what I thought. Is he getting into character to play the Joker? Or is the Joker something that's been in him all along? Sometimes I would look into the cameras and notice that Jared had put something in the lens. It was stuff like, what if cameras were guns? Would you buy a mass murderer? And lights, camera insanity. I had to ask him to stop because I was getting too scared to direct. Yeah, this isn't a fucking joke. From what it looks like, Jared Leto isn't going to play the Joker, he's going to play Jaden Smith. What if cameras were guns? Wow, what a deep fucking question. I think it goes a little something like this.
Hey guys, check out my new camera. Oh wait, this isn't the camera.
Jared Leto's way of method acting for the Joker is to verbally shitpost offset and say things that if any other version of the Joker heard, they'd kill this version on sight. The way I see it, this could mean one of two things. Either Jared Leto is a shitty actor, and his performance is going to bog down the whole movie because he can't wrap his head around the Joker character, or the Joker in Suicide Squad is so poorly written that it sounds nothing like the Joker should, and Leto could give the performance of his life, and it still wouldn't save the fact that this version of the Joker would do things like place a card inside a camera saying lights, camera, insanity. Taking everything into account, the latter option seems most likely. You could argue that this is just one character and it has no relevance on the rest of the cast. First off, I'll get to the rest. Give me a goddamn minute. Second, the Joker is the backbone of this movie. It'd be like if Captain America was written really shitty in the Avengers. Even if it is just one character, he's the main protagonist. anti-protagonist. The movie is most likely going to center primarily on him. What would you call a movie that focuses primarily on a poorly written or acted character? Especially if there are other more interesting or better acted characters in a movie. I think you'd call that a shit movie. At this point, it should be pretty obvious who this movie's trying to pander to. It's trying to get the same audience who went to see Man of Steel and thought it was a generally good movie. Stupid 10-year-olds. But wait, this movie comes out 3 years after Man of Steel. Gotta change this movie to appeal to an all-new brand of kids. Stupid, edgy 12 to 13-year-olds. But Ryan, I hear you say, what if this movie is just trying to be edgy and not appeal to kids? Well, I have fucking proof. Here's the part where the experiment I mentioned in the beginning comes into play. Trailer 2 for Suicide Squad uses a very particular song. The song's the fucking most iconic song ever, probably. I'm going to play the first word, and I'm willing to bet you'll be able to recognize it. You know what it is? For those of you who still don't, let me play the first 3 words for you. For those of you who still don't know, it's fucking Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. If you've never heard of this song, congratulations! You're stupid, edgy 13-year-olds. You should go watch the new Suicide Squad trailer. You'll probably fucking love it. Now, if you go into the comments of trailer 2, you'll be able to find loads of comments asking what the song is. I'm not saying that my music is the fucking best music ever, the fucking you should have heard of it type shit. No. I'm saying that literally the only fucking people who couldn't have heard Bohemian Rhapsody by fucking Queen are fucking stupid 13-year-old. I don't even fucking care about taste. Okay, now that that's out of the way, it's fucking, let's go to trailer 2. If you haven't seen it, you want to see it before I dig into it, go fucking watch it. So this trailer opens with another montage of the Suicide Squad in prison, once again sans Joker.
Let me have your dollar, please.
Wait, what? Did you really feel that was necessary? This is played so seriously. That never gets old. So we'll get more of the same footage from the last one, blah blah blah, no need to cover this. Why? Why would Will Smith even try here? Remember, Will Smith is playing Deadshot, who has no powers of any sort. He's just a really good sniper. Best case scenario here, he knocks out 1 or 2 guards and gets punished heavily for it. He should just be compliant at this point. Then if he sees an opportunity to fight or escape, do it then. It's totally out of character for an assassin like this.
Was this cheerleading trials?
Can someone explain to me what the fuck just happened here? Why do they beat Will Smith up, burn him, then wash his body out of this pipe thing? The fuck just happened? Oh, these are 2 different scenes. That's the fire guy. Diablo 3. Yeah, because that was a real good fucking way to indicate to the audience that you changed scenes. You even cut back to Will at the end like it was showing him this whole time. I'm not even joking. I literally thought that this was the same fucking scene. I had to watch this part over and over like 5 times to even fucking realize what happened. This trailer's editing is shit. I don't have high hopes for the films either. Wow, well, all these people are fucking stupid. You have no chance of escaping here. You're just making things worse for yourself. Also, even if they escape, they were caught before they did any real damage last time, from the sound of it. You're clearly dealing with a very formidable military here. I really don't think you can fucking escape forever with spur-of-the-moment actions.
Hi, boys.
Now here's some really good editing. Harley makes the other people look smart by comparison.
Deadshot. Guy shoots people. He's a crocodile. And he eats people. Burns people. You're possessed by a witch, and she's just crazy.
That guy put about as much effort into reading his lines as the people did writing this. This guy's like a slight lisp away from a fucking Steve Brule impersonator.
He's a crocodile, and he eats people.
What was that? I should kill everyone and escape? Sorry. The voices. I'm kidding. That's not what they really said.
Holy fuck, I know why they call it Suicide Squad now. Cause everyone who heard that line is going to fight not to slit their own fucking throat from now on. I'm fucking serious. How did anyone look at this line and not only not bash their fucking head into a wall, but also saw nothing wrong with it? Remember when I said that this movie was pandering to dumb emo kids? Do you get the picture now? Do you fucking get it? This sounds like a post a 12-year-old would make on their blog titled "Welcome to My Twisted Mind," along with a post that says "RAR means I love you and dinosaur." Can you honestly tell me that you think Suicide Squad will be a good movie with an unironic line like that? Holy fuck, you think that they accurately portrayed Harley Quinn, one of the best and most beloved Batman characters, by giving her a line that is the verbal equivalent to cleaning your ears with Q-tips made out of sandpaper? 45,000 people heard this line and decided to like the video afterwards? Are you fucking joking? Is this a troll? Am I dying? What could possibly be the explanation for this? Alright, I'm going to move on because the more I think about it, the angrier... Fucking, that's not what they really said.
This is the deal.
So the helicopter just happens to shoot to the same beat as the song? Why? Doesn't even sound convincing, it's just dumb that they did it. I'd say it took me out of the moment if it wasn't for that fucking shit that just happened. Are you
You're going somewhere very bad.
Are the writers trying to make us hate Harley Quinn? Seriously, the admittedly kick-ass design doesn't negate the fact that she acts like a bitchy rich child 24/7. Seriously, how are Harley's fans letting this slide? This, her big debut, and she acts like a cunty, dumbass middle school goth chick.
Do something that'll get you killed.
Someone please cut the wire and kill this horrible monstrosity before it breeds.
World. I can't wait to show you my toys.
Great, 50 Shades of Green. No, Joker Leto, I don't want to see your dildos.
Let's do something fun.
Alright, what did you have in mind? Canceling this movie? Kidnapping the writers and director and making them pay for this travesty? Burning all the film rolls before they get shipped into theaters? I'm game for anything. Does all this guy do is scream? Does he not have vocal cords? Is he mentally handicapped? If they're trying to make him look intimidating, it's not working. Seriously, why are they doing this? It's just dumb. It's unimmersive. It's bad. Stop. Okay, so I can't really say much about this part. They're showing a bunch of clips trying to look badass and failing, and if I let it run, I'm worried I'll get a copyright strike. So I'll let it play in the background until I get to the part that I want to talk about.
Seriously, the hell's wrong with you people?
We're bad guys. It's what we do.
We're poorly written versions of good characters. It's what we do. So that's the second trailer. I don't see how there are people who seem to think this will be a good movie still. I mean, optimism can only hold for so long before reality sets in. If this movie does end up sucking, I hope the fans will be decent enough to admit it, and don't just pretend it's a 10 out of 10 because they don't want to admit the movie they were so excited for a whole year was garbage, but knowing the internet, that won't be the case. What I think is going on at this point is that DC knows that people are getting sick of the origin story, and they saw that Marvel's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy did so well, and they thought, hey, we're out of ideas, so let's just copy that. But what they don't understand is why people actually liked that movie. And that's that it's a good movie with good characters. It could get away with a little more grit and realism because it was so well contrasted by the quirkiness and lighthearted nature of it all. Suicide Squad has been confirmed for a PG-13 rating, by the way. This movie's gonna single-handedly bring back emo culture. I fucking guarantee it.
And you know what? I don't want to play Xbox. I don't want to fit in. I just want to be a teen werewolf. Ugh!
Come to think of it, it's funny that they even used a Queen song in this trailer. I think personally it'd be more fitting if they used something a little more like this.
The song is called I Am So Sad. I'm so very, very sad. Goes a little something like this.
So far, this movie has some really strong character designs and decent effects. You know, it's funny, I seem to remember a few other movies that had large amounts of effort put into special effects and character designs instead of writing and plot that had a few big budget actors, but ended up being shit compared to what they're based on. What were they again? Yup, I just fucking went there. So, what do you think? Did I sway your opinion? Do you still think this movie deserves to be defended? I'm honestly wanting to know. I didn't really have much feedback going into this. There's comments, and they're down at the bottom of this video. Chances are, if you're watching this, you know where the comments are. So type what you thought of the video. Is it at least well made? Did you fucking hate my voice? Something I actually want to know. I'm like, this is my first video like this. I want to know what I can improve. I know it's not actually that super technically great or anything, but I'm starting out, so I really need tips and opinions. I'm thinking about doing a Will It Suck series. Just let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in. I'll probably get better at it as time goes on, hopefully. I know I said earlier in the video that I'd be doing Batman vs. Superman next, but I don't think I'd be able to make that video in time. I didn't realize it was coming out in February. So I have a feeling the next thing I'm gonna do is the live-action Jungle Book movie. But if you have any suggestions for things that you want me to do a video on about Will It Suck, that's also something you can comment about. This is Game Boo Advanced, and you know that because that's the name of the channel. That's not my real name, though. I'm letting you in on that secret. That's not actually my real name. This is Ryan. That's my name. It's Ryan. This is Ryan, and I hope you guys stick around for more videos I make. That'll probably get consistently better. So thanks for watching. That's the end of the video. This is Ryan, Game Boo Advanced Ryan, and I'm probably gonna go eat because I'm fucking hungry. Can't tell, this part was recorded later than everything else, and so there's a couple of the other parts in it. Bye!